I don't know if I'm gonna stay subscribed. Don't know. Anyway, no, just listening to this slow ass Heilig talking like he can barely speak. The concepts seem beyond the scale of his comprehension. Anyway, all I wanted to say was and look at all this gimmicky shit. Help support weight loss with this powder I use. You could use way better powders than that one, buddy. Joke. Right. So, some people got that. So, guarantee he thinks he's his character. And I can already see the kind of simp nature of this dude. He's probably married. And I can just see how simp he is. If I'm to say anything spiritual, he would just not be able to compute it. It would just not get absorbed in him at all. It'd be very easy to offend this guy, with an opposite viewpoint. They're very dual in nature, yeah. Duality is third dimensional. Also, Socrates, he said 1,000 years ago, or over, Socrates, he said, character is diamond or demon, and not diamonds, but he meant demon. And so it's interesting, other people have called this a hell realm, and we know it's the Matrix and all this, right? This secondary feminine reptilian matrix, and it is because when you are born, you're born a female first with a reptile tail. Why don't you research? And that's besides harlequin babies. I mean, what are those things? That's like the unfettered glitch in the Matrix, those harlequin babies. It's oops, sorry, didn't hide the DNA. That one just popped through. And I don't think they're being given bodysuits. Maybe, but just it seems a bit far fetched that all the major hospitals in the world are giving harlequin babies, human bodysuits. I don't know about that. That seems a little bit complex. It's possible. Maybe I shouldn't laugh. Maybe it's real. But yeah, I don't think so. I think it's more like a DNA glitch where, it's oopsie, revealed what I really am. Universal reptile with the false eye. Again, Socrates, he saw this false eye. The Buddhists go on about the false eye, the ego, the steward of the body. And you can tell when they talk. It's just look at their forehead and facial expression. And there was another video I was going to make, Organic Portal Physiology, that they don't ever have lines on their forehead. They have, and it's interesting in the original article by Gunther Bernhard, that one that most people reference, that he states in that Organic Portals article that they often appear more mannequin-like and more physiologically smooth and perfected, and they're not nerfed. This idea of nerfing and body nerfing, because as soon as you're a high energy anomaly entering this matrix, it can detect you and it seeks to nerf us. Because the more power you have, the more it's probably going to try and nerf you, because the more of a threat you are. Right, so these NPCs, they are more physiologically and makeup and, the way they look, the way they dress and so on. All of that is much more, not just social norms, but look at his shirt, for instance. I didn't realize that till right now. Just I looked back at him for another reference on what to say, and I realized, oh yeah, and look at his shirt. I'm not saying you have to wear brand names or anything, and yes, everything is pre-made and stuff. There's not that many people making their own clothing and all that. You know what I mean? What he's wearing there is just very bland, and when I go out on a day I don't want to get targeted a lot, I wear a lot more bland clothing. and I make sure to, appear more clean and neat. That's the NPC look, and that's why they look down at us often, like, look you up and down, like these old women with that super third dimensional judgmental stare. And because I don't really care how I look. My hair used to be messy, like when I have hair, my blonde hair is just all over the place. I'm a surfer, right? When you surf twice a day, you don't care about like brushing your hair. I was out there for like 5 hours, 6 hours a day when I was growing up, Some days I'd surf 3 times per day. I don't care about brushing my fucking hair. So that's what I mean, like these NPCs, they're really that social norm, bland look like this guy. So it's a very good example. And it's interesting, so many channels they do this. They put their their channel, so that they don't have to talk so much, onto one of their NPC followers and or friends. I'm gonna hopefully never do that. I don't want to ever do that to you guys, because that's a real sly move at it can be good. Like I could do that thinking, haha, I'm going to get free views, I don't even have to talk, let my friend talk on the video. Sometimes for an interview here and there, yeah, but this guy's just been talking like the whole time so far, and he's the one being interviewed. He's not like the channel guy, I don't think. And it's like a sly move to use your NPC. Good on the guy, I guess, but in another way, it's like a low move, you know what I mean? Like a low blow. Like, I've come here to listen to whose channel it is, sort of thing. Like, if you guys come to my channel, you want to hear me, see me, right? You don't want me to, like, throw every other person on. Anyway, back to the main points. Like, this guy's a good example. If you watch this video and how he talks, you can see the psychopathy on his face. It's crazy. And just the he'll say, "What do you mean I'm being calm? That's not psychopath." See, this is this NPC trick to de-spirit you to be super duper calm. Don't get it confused with, the right type of calm so that you can focus your words and so on. But they have this different thing, which is like, never get angry. Anger is erroneous. And often, when I'm ranting and raving, the best stuff comes through me. And you would never catch this guy ranting and raving, because he'll immediately have the script running in the background. Oh, the spirit level is raising. They're running background script, or, the programs running in their background subconsciously that control them are always stopping their energy level raising and rising, and they'll never get angry. It's like anger is erroneous to them, and that's complete bullshit, because some of the best things that I've thought, said, and done, I've done when I was very passionately filled with a lot of chi and quite angry. Now, you're not meant to hold the anger, and that's why you let it out, and that's why it doesn't build up as a subliminal subconscious psychopathy when you let it out. There's even science articles on this. And that's another point. Science is very pragmatic of this world, and even if that goes against like an old script or a basic script, like don't let the energy level raise too spirited, they won't even talk about it. Like, this guy would never mention that. He would never mention that there's really good science articles written about letting out your anger, because then you're letting it out. He's the type of guy that pents it up, they just get pent up, and it's an inner frustration, and it builds an inner psychopathy. And that's what I don't do. I let it out all the time, even if I don't do it on YouTube here. I might just walk on the beach and yell at myself. I've done that before. Sounds crazy to them. I know all the spirited humans don't think that's nuts, because the schizophrenia is real between the higher self and the lower self. It's not, oh, Ben's a crazy bipolar. This universe is bipolar, moron. Fucking hell. We're in duality. So it is dual, it is bipolar, yeah. Up, down, left, right, etc. Hot, cold. Do you need more examples? Anyway, he's a really good example of all those things I just said. And yeah, just the shirts like that, when they wear the clothes like that, it's another dead giveaway. Because they don't want to stand out, right? They're under the pressure. I break through the pressure of the Matrix. I don't give a F. You know what I mean? I'll pour Pepsi into a Coke glass. Sorry, that's a meme off Vine. I don't drink that stuff, but it's a meme. I always remember this little fat kid and his meme. I don't give a fuck. I pour Pepsi in a Coke glass. Anyway, I'm sorry. I just can't forget that meme. It's funny as hell. So anyway, when they're like this, they're very bland, and his personality is very bland. Like, check this video out and tell me I'm wrong. I'm not wrong on any of this. It's very obvious. You know, if you can't see it, you are one as well. So if you're coming onto the channel worried that you're an NPC or organic portal, maybe you're in some awakening stage or something. You know, it's possible, because there are dimensional upscalings, and all life is evolutionary. All life is evolutionary. So, you know, maybe you are some kind of NPC awakening. I don't know. Don't know about that. A lot of my spirited friends will disagree, but it's possible, I think. Anyway, he's a really good example of those things, like the pent-up nature, not letting it out, keeping the energy down, and not in a correct way. It's like, I don't want to go into it. I'm going to talk about that another time. I want to do my own video on that, like completely talking about energy levels and you know, clarity of mind, the ego Ethereum platform, and all this. So I don't want to talk about that now. But anyway, look at the shirt as well. Like, when they're like that, they're very clean cut, and you know, these are the bitch men of the Matrix. He's not a real man. He's a bitch man. And they'll, you know, guarantee you he's married as well. I bet you he's married the Matrix, and he'll end up 60 years old and drained. And or he'll be a good NPC the whole of his life, which looks like he's that type of guy. Actually, he will conform in a split second. You know what I mean? That's this type of guy. When I read this guy, it's the type of dude that will just never step out of the illusionary lines. You know, he wouldn't even go on a self-discovery journey, because there is no self. Get it? Spiritless humans, yeah.